They said there is no magic in this game. Then explain this! Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a game about knights, castles, and a main character who is permanently hungry.
I feel quite hungry!
It's also one of the most realistic games ever made. NPCs here feel alive. They work, cook, go to the tavern. So I stand near the stalls to see if they actually do business. And they do, but they have to get their produce somewhere. Eggs, fine, there are chickens everywhere. But apples, beef, beer, wine, where does all of it actually come from? Because I have a feeling that some of the produce shouldn't exist here. So today I am going to find out, do they grow it, import it, or summon it with dark magic. Miskovic. It's my favorite village, because of this nice little pond. The place feels fresh. Everything here happens around that pond, and around the market stalls, which are what we actually came for. Let's start with the bakery stall. The baker has all sorts of things to offer. Breads, poppy seed and nut collages, and even some nice salted pretzels. But the most interesting thing here is saffron. Saffron is one of the most expensive spices and a nightmare to grow, which makes it a luxury for the elites. And it's sold at a village stall by a poor peasant. How? And later we will run a little test. Do the peasants go for my goods, or are they so rich they walk straight past? Someone has to really work for it to bake all this. And I haven't seen a single baker here yet. Right next to him there is a normal grocery store. Apples, beetroot, carrots, an egg, onions. Except I haven't seen anyone here growing any of it. Not one apple tree. Chickens have to be somewhere, since there are eggs. There is a meat stall, and the meat is questionable, because it seems to hang out there in the sun all day. So anything raw is probably slightly poisonous. As for what they sell, we've got bacon, pork, and something like salami. And someone has to be making that salami. I don't see a smokehouse anywhere. The last place you can buy something nice in this village, and the place where everyone gathers every single day, is the tavern. Mostly beer, wine and snacks. There is a real range of alcohol here. Cheap wine, expensive wine, and nowhere have I seen anyone actually making it. Not one vineyard. They are not making wine out of water. So, will I find any magic here? A lot of people here have fields. There is some cabbage, cucumbers. Oh, there is a chicken. I have to chase it a bit. It runs funny. It even ran off the farm. But it's a well-behaved chicken and it always comes back home. I hope it doesn't get lost. So what does give you calories around here? Beer. They call it liquid bread here, and it's powered in the tavern, which still doesn't tell me where it comes from. Out the back of the tavern, they also make the legendary stew, the one they know all over medieval Bohemia. That's modern day Czechia, by the way. It's made of everything that used to move and they managed to catch. And so, I went looking for whether they brew the beer here. All I found were barrels and some things that looked like spices. So either they import it or they make it somewhere nearby and just store it here. Okay, here is my plan. I will wait for the baker to finish work and we will follow him. Let's see if he takes us to bakery. Alright, the guy is just standing here. He's walking in circles. He's washing himself. Oh, don't eat the bread tomorrow. Okay, we're still following the guy. What will you do? Will you do anything at all? Come on, please, man. Right, okay. He walks into his house, shovels down some soup and goes to sleep. Okay, fine. Maybe he's got an oven at home for baking all that bread. No, nope, nothing, and nothing. Alright, but look, I did find something next door. A wine press. That is a traditional basket press. It squeezes juice out of fruit, mostly grapes, for wine. Though we still don't know where the bread comes from. I hope we find that baker. But I did finally find a butcher. The smell here is something else. But at least we know where the meat comes from. He's got a cow. I hope she's for meat and not for dinner. There are pigs too. And crops. From what I can see, that's probably beetroot and something that looks like an onion. Right next to it, there is a shed for drying herbs. And everyone here eats that stew anyway. Honestly strange, given they have a lot of fresh fruit and also meat available. It looks like there is real abundance here. The baker sells collages and pretzels and they even have saffron. In my final search for a baker in this village, I found more storage. More wine or beer or cider and a lot of chickens. There is also a horse on the way out of the village. Thankfully, I haven't come across horse meat yet. And just outside the village, sheep, which ticks off a few more things on the list. Goodbye, Miskovitz. I heard a rumor that there is one, and I mean literally one fruit, that should not be here in the Middle Ages. Maybe that's the magic. Maybe we will find it in this village.
Przytoki.
Maybe we will find the baker here. These fields are much bigger than the ones in Miskovitz. Crops that size are a good sign if I'm looking for bread production. Next to that field, I decided to completely at random watch a shopkeeper for a while. He does nothing, but then I catch a legendary moment, a delivery! And someone brings him apples. I hadn't seen that before. Oh, wait, did he just take those apples off him? Off you go. There it is! This village has an actual bakery! There is a stall, of course. A woman sells all the good stuff, including all sorts of collages. Right next to it, we've got loaves ready to be baked. A serious oven and the baker himself, who seems to have something very wrong with him. I'm not entirely sure what, but something definitely happened to this guy. Maybe he ate too many collages today. Just outside the village, I ran into a hunter. So now we know where the venison comes from. The smell here is horrendous. It's ugly and filthy, but someone has to make that sacrifice so we can eat nice salami and sausages, which are being smoked right next to me. That smell is genuinely nice.
Gutenberg.
So far, everything makes sense. Everything here has a producer. So where is that one fruit that shouldn't be here? I got to the biggest local city. I'm going into the market to see what they sell. See if anything surprises me. On the main market, business as usual. The same classic vegetables. I'm looking for more food stalls. Beautiful leeks, onions and carrots, but nothing strange. Was that rumor even true? Just as I'm about to leave the city, I run into it. A watermelon! What is a watermelon doing here? There is no reason for a watermelon to be here. They said there is no magic in this game. And the rumor checks out. The watermelon is here, and it shouldn't be. How do I know this? I traveled in time. I went back to the Middle Ages to see if everything adds up. And does it add up? No, it does not. Scientists actually found that watermelons were in Hungary around 1400s. Hungary was connected to Bohemia and it's very close to it. So it's possible there were watermelons in Bohemia too. What is impossible though is for these watermelons to be in such huge amounts here. There is a lot of them. They should not be so available to everyone. No chance. Maybe some elite could afford one. The king himself could have a watermelon. Look, watermelons should be here in about 200 years. Also, watermelons weren't this pretty. Old watermelons were rubbish, white, and there was barely any flesh in there. Strange, this trader refuses to sell me a watermelon. Fine, I'll take one myself. You just have to come at night. And the watermelon is actually described as the largest berry to be found in the Holy Roman Empire. Interesting. Alright, let's see what it looks like. I'll go outside the city so they don't catch me, because I did steal it. And my horse ate it. My horse ate the evidence for magic. Okay, while we're here, let's see if this horse eats anything else. I threw him spices, saffron, mustard, I threw him beer and wine. But the horse says he doesn't drink, so he passed. Meanwhile, I see the local peasants trying to take my goods. Hey, leave that, mate! Give it back, give it back.
Never believe.
The beer is everywhere, and there isn't really any equipment to make it because they throw in what's needed, stir it in a barrel, and it just sits there until it ferments. And the barrels are visible everywhere. There were strange spices too, but those are imported, and some of them even say where from. Saffron from who knows where, but apparently a pinch is enough. Pepper, Arabian, mustard from the southern lands. And so, the whole thing more or less holds together. But that watermelon, they probably conjured with dark magic. This is John's Alchemy. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video and make sure to subscribe.